Cheguei em Portugal, uma tarde linda, e eu tô em nada menos do que uma das minhas quintas preferidas da região do Vinho Verde, que é a Quinta do Ameal. O Pedro tá lá dentro, o proprietário, contando um pouquinho sobre a vinícola. Vamos dar uma olhadinha na estrutura lá dentro, depois a gente passa para os vinhedos. A gente tá na Quinta do Ameal. O Pedro tá ali, que é o proprietário, explicando, tá falando inglês. A gente vê, o Pedro coloca toda a energia da produção dele no vinhedo. É um vinhedo pequenininho de 15 hectares. Ele produz por volta de 80 mil garrafas por ano, que não é uma coisa gigante. Mas você vê que a estrutura da adega é muito enxuta. Basicamente para fermentar, você tem uma prensa ali atrás, um pouquinho de barrica aqui, que é uma coisa que praticamente ele foi pioneiro em produzir aqui na região do Vinho Verde. Ele foca na variedade loureiro, uma especialidade dele, e ele também foi um dos pioneiros em fazer vinho de vinhedo único aqui na região, que não é uma coisa muito comum. Daqui a pouco eu vou colocar ele para falar um pouquinho. Tá em inglês, mas dá para entender. E eu vou mostrar os vinhedos para vocês já já.
What the place is, so that I think a wine must reflect a sense of place. That is the most important thing in wine producing. If it is not this sense of place, that means that a wine produced here is unique, is really unique and unrepeatable. So we try to make our wines in the vineyard and not in the cellar, in order to have much more character and much more personality. And that's why also, it's another reason, but one of the reasons, that we went to organic production as well. So organic production reflects in the wine much more character and much more personality, because the wines gain a lot of uniqueness of production. So our proposal since the beginning was to focus all our work in the vineyard, okay, not in the cellar. The cellar is something that you need to have to produce wines. But if you spend too much time in the cellar, you lose inspiration. And to produce wines as we produce as a wine grower or a vigneron in France, you need a lot of inspiration. And because nowadays you have technology for everything. You have in the cellar, you can have products for everything. If you want alcohol, if you take out alcohol, if you want acidity, if you take out acid, if you want color, if you want flavor of this or flavor of that, you have products for everything. So it's very easy, if you are a lazy guy, it's very easy to make all of that things in the cellar.
To manipulate.
Even volume. A lot of work we do in the vineyard in order to have very good grapes. And after that, then you need to have hands to produce the wines. But the lowest technology that you can find. So that this is our philosophy of production. This is what we want to express in our wines. So it's a very simple project, but very difficult to put it in work. So I suggest we can go and have a tour where they come from, because since we have a wine grower approach to the wine production, so we produce our wines focus on our vineyard, and so we pick, for each wine we pick differently in our vineyard, okay? But for you to know one vineyard, it takes a lot of time, because you only have one time per year to make your experiments, and you have a lot of variables in the vineyard and in the cellar, but in the vineyard you have a lot of variables. So you have only one opportunity per year to make a different experiment. So it's quite difficult to interpret and to know your vineyard very well. But I mean, for this wine you are tasting, the grapes come from all the vineyard. So it's a kind of blend of grapes. It's not because every part of the vineyard is slightly different. Okay, so Ameal classic wine of Loureiro is the nose, is the aroma. It's a really, really floral and fruity aroma, but it's more floral characteristics. So you have a very, very elegant aroma, and also in the mouth you have an elegant taste. So it's not hard,
Muito
it's
mineral
really
também.
delicate and tasty. The fruits that you find here more citrus, I don't like it. We try to promote the citrus part of the grape wine. If we pick the grapes, for instance, 60% do Ameal, depois tem Alvarinho de Monção e tem Avesso de Baião.
Avesso é uma delícia.
Tem 3 castas.
A avesso é super encorpada.
Tem 3 castas. 3 castas, estas 3 uvas são uvas que eu considero as melhores uvas na região. Pronto, entre as melhores, mas as melhores são o Alvarinho, o Loureiro e o Avesso.
E é um vinho que
E
só
são
tem
bem de 3 regiões que eu considero também as melhores regiões para fazer essas uvas.
no Brasil. Para provar.
This wine, so solo único. The grapes are from this part of the vineyard, not for a particular reason, but because this part was separated with this road in 2006. So the idea was to bring, when you have a part of the vineyard is separated from the center, usually is more forgotten. So this way you bring again this part to the center of the project.
Reuniting it.
Yes, it's a little bit.
A gente vai degustar uma escolha, que é o vinho que ele fermenta naquelas barricas que a gente viu lá na adega dele.
An approach to oak wines, really amazing. It's a really discreet oak. It usually when you use oak in US, sometimes you use too much, but not only in the US.
They're getting better.
They're getting better.
But there's a whole thing saying, you know, let the fruit speak for itself. Don't manipulate. You know,
It's too much sometimes, and this grape doesn't need any oak at all, to be honest. But it is to create another style of wine, and there are people that like oak, and I also appreciate that. But it's only to make another style of Loureiro. So it was the first Loureiro ever made as an oak white wine in 2000. So we still use, as you saw, the same barricks from 2000. So it's a very gentle, a little bit extra in terms of alcohol, a little bit higher. It means it can goes up to 12, maximum that I ever achieved in Ameal. And here, so we have drier soils here, poorer soil, so we have extra sugar in the wine, in the grapes. And here is because we have a little bit extra of aroma, more aromatic grapes, usually, because the oak will eat a little bit of this aroma, so I want an extra balance of these 2 parts that I pick.